And there's, oh, the baby's smiling. That's a little bit less creepy. I like that. I kind of like that version of the baby. Look at this, and then look at this. This is creepy. This is not. High tangle, high tangle. Maria, the stream is over for you now. It's over. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And then also include in the order randomly. One of these. What's your favorite thing about CWB? Nothing. And then these two. Okay, yeah, real much more. I'm going to have to add you to my list. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Get out. Get out. Get out. 21 photos of this person saying I'm insane. 21 of them. And there's, oh, the baby's smiling. That's a little bit less creepy. I like that. I kind of like that version of the baby. Look at this, and then look at this. This is creepy. This is not. High tangle, high tangle. Maria, the stream is over for you now. It's over. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And then also include in the order randomly. One of these. What's your favorite thing about CWB? Nothing. And then these two. Okay, yeah, real much more. I'm going to have to add you to my list. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four, 5, 6. Last ned appen og få gratis levering på dine 10 første bestillinger. Hva får du da? Today's video, we're going over Jesse, James West, Anthony Nutella, and Coach Kyle talking about everything on it: bodybuilding, dieting, natural status, what do steroids do, what's it like to be a YouTuber, everything. And so stay tuned. Let's get right into it. I am fiddling with the idea of what I want to do everything. And so Jesse James toying with the idea of doing an Ironman. Now listen, that is ridiculous. You don't go into a sport after being a bodybuilder and take on one of the most challenging endurance sports imaginable. Begin with a triathlon. Doesn't even know how to swim properly. I used to compete in triathlons, and so beginning at age 13, and I can tell you, it's absolutely amazing. The dopamine release, the feeling you get, very similar, if not the same, when you're a bodybuilder. But perhaps the power you go out for a run, you improve your times, you swim faster than last time. Right? You continue to get faster, you keep moving. It's amazing to improve your cardiovascular fitness. And I would argue that training for a triathlon is hour after hour. You eat what you want. You don't have to try to maintain 5% body fat to do a triathlon. And so if you're asking me which is harder, I've done them both. By far, bodybuilding, much harder. Far harder than doing triathlons. I've done them for years and I've done both. And my suggestion to Jesse, I think he should give it a try, but I think he should start with a triathlon. I don't think his first taste of endurance should be swimming multiple miles, biking 180 kilometers, and running 26 miles back to back. For the average competitor, their first time is going to take close to 15 hours. Do you really need to go that far? You can get all the joys of doing an Ironman and doing a triathlon. Much simpler. Perhaps you swim 1.5 kilometers, bike 40 kilometers, run 10. Much more realistic. Likely do it under 3 hours. Still have to do all the same types of training, and so I highly recommend it.
I have nothing really I'm training for necessarily, and knowing that I'm a natty, I'm like, I can only gain so much more size, a few pounds maybe. So I'm like, what's the next challenge that I can find?
So Jesse brings up an excellent point. Once you put on the muscle, Jesse already has an amazing physique. He's in his 20s. He's not going to gain 5 or 10 pounds of muscle each and every year. He no longer has newbie gains, and he's not taking steroids. And so the gains, they come very slow, perhaps 2 or 3 pounds of muscle a year. And so he's having a hard time thinking, wow, I have to train several years just to make a noticeable difference. In comparison, if he were to train for a triathlon, he's going to see those newbie gains. It's going to get so much faster. And so imagine, I did bodybuilding and powerlifting my entire life. I've since stopped these competitions, but I'm still chasing the dopamine. I still want to have a goal. Jesse James talks about how difficult it is after the show, doesn't really know what to shoot for. He's still training hard, but it's not the same without a goal. For me, I'm racing bikes, trying to get my watts higher than last time, trying to win races. Even have a team. We're team harder than last time. We got 6 of us racing against all the other teams. So we have camaraderie. We're a team. We're trying to help each other win. So it's fun. And so I highly encourage not only Jesse James, but anyone watching this, take up doing cardio. Make it a competition. You're thinking cardio is boring. Try racing bikes. Try getting faster. Try to progressive overload your cardio. Have a goal to be twice as fast as perhaps you were right now in 2 years from now. You can do it. You can improve.
What's the next challenge that I can find that's like not gonna be dieting? And that would probably be like marathon and triathlon.
Absolutely, Jesse James West, you should get into doing triathlons. And as a side note, if you get into doing triathlons, absolutely should be taking GO2 Max. Imagine if Jesse James were part of Coach Greg's team promoting GO2 Max to the world. Imagine how many people could benefit. Double-blind, placebo-controlled human studies showed...
You know Ronnie Coleman is an 8-time Mr. Olympia, a true legend. But what if I told you he met his match 5 times against the blonde myth, Lee Priest? Lee Priest defeated Ronnie Coleman not once, not twice, but 5 times.
he lost 5 times that year, or the year before. Too crazy. It was like 5 different events that had happened. So I was 5 times depressed. 5 times depressed.
How effective this really is. And it's not just couch videos, it's also inexperienced runners, people running faster than last time. Don't just take my word for it, please.
Vem sa at en gammel hund ikke kan lære nye triks?
You guys ready? Let's go. And this is the start of a journey. I've spent almost 4 years of my life trying to find a shiny Feebas in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and today I am happy to announce that I finally found the shiny Feebas. This video you're watching right now is the first of 2 videos I am making about this hunt. This video will show you a bit of the history leading up to the Feebas encounter. However, the second video, which will be released at an undisclosed time because I don't know when it's done, will be called Reversal's Quest to Find Shiny Feebas. It will be a mini documentary in which I go into great detail about my thoughts, my feelings, and even my breaking points in trying to find the shiny. Once again, I want to do this video justice, so I don't know when that video will be done. It could be somewhere in a year from now. If you eventually want to see that video and the story that goes along with that video, and exactly charm you become out number 2. This means that Johnny Chudo at Calgary, not the post. Let's go! Woo-hoo! Let's go! Finally! Oh! That's the start of the day! Go! Me, catch it, right? How? After 220. No, it's just a glare. Internally, there were a lot of battles with me, just battling it out whether or not this hunt was going to be worth it. So obviously, you got some more shinies. Wow! Hey, shiny Chudo! What was that? Oh my god, I just got one. It's just as I said it. Oh, there it is. Shiny Magikarp, number 100. 69. Back. Let's do it! Capture. Come on, the Magikarp shiny. You guys done this. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, he's here! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Use these balls. The name is oh my god! The day before the DLC, it's actually happened. It's actually happened. Here's an interesting one. 3 years ago, I bought a second Nintendo Switch for this moment. I will not trust anybody with my most prized-possessed Pokemon. Oh, it's been in the charging box so long, the battery's dead. I need to charge it up. People always ask me stuff like, what are you going to do when you get it? I just never imagined I would. This caught me so off guard. I think noises came out of my mouth that I've never... I'll probably watch the clip back later, and then I'll probably cringe to death. But that's fine. Will we ever do a 1% again? Let me think about that. Would I ever do a 1% ever again? No, I won't. Are you crazy? Doing another 1%? This took me 4 years of my life. You seriously think I'm ever going to do this again? Oh, no, I have to character make. Let me check my other Switch. Then why on earth did I buy this Switch then? Oh, my God, this is so good. It's time. evolving. No! Oh, thank God! Logic as well, on Twitter. Didn't get too far here. Hundreds of hours of footage and hundreds of clips to make this video happen. So the big question remains, will I ever do a hunt like this ever again? I don't know. Probably not. The truth is that getting shiny feedbacks, I will always consider my magnum opus in the world of shiny hunting. It's literally the hunt that gave me a career. Hey y'all, it's been a minute, but I'm back. I'm going to be crashing this pay-to-win Minecraft server called play.loverfella.com. If it sounds familiar to you, that's because it's owned by a massive kids YouTuber called Loverfella. He is basically the definition of a clickbait YouTuber. He has 3 different channels, has over-the-top faces and reactions in his videos, and he has 14 different monetization pathways for his channel. Now, of course, while this is a bit sketchy, there's nothing really wrong with this. Like, yeah, it doesn't really scream quality, but there's nothing inherently wrong with trying to monetize and build a channel. But it's his Minecraft server that's a problem, which is insanely pay to win. Just take a look at it yourself. In addition, he has a currency called Lover Bucks, which basically allows you to directly buy OP items in the game with it. This is like the definition of paying to win. They also sell crate keys, which is basically a glorified slot machine. It doesn't even tell you the odds of getting something valuable, so for all you know, the chance of getting it could be 0.0001%, and you would have no idea. This is literally gambling, but for children. Especially since this guy's audience is entirely young kids, this is especially damaging. Many of them don't even know what pay-to-win is. They simply think their favorite idol YouTuber could never do something. So while my ult account is laying up the server, basically nothing works. Mobs can barely move, and you basically can't play the game at all. That's because of that. I'm cold and underground. I opened the call. I was the guy who's a little bit more time.
I need guns.
Ta en pause med safarikjeks. Oppdag den nye sesongen på Kapal.
Hired from what? Content creation is harder than your 9 to 5.
Alright, what's up with y'all? So today we're looking at a Twitch streamer who decided to pick up TikTok and upload his daily routine and a bunch of videos about his job as a small content creator. And you know, at one point, y'all, I was a small content creator, so I'm sure I can relate to some of these. I do believe this dude at one point said that streaming on Twitch is harder than working a 9 to 5, which say you've never worked a job without saying you've never worked a job. That's how I feel about that. But I don't even know what to expect. We're just gonna check this out today. Shout out LilyGirl18. If you want to shout out, I got a link in the description for y'all. Let's watch.
My morning routine as a small content creator. I always make my bed when I get up and make myself some G Fuel to get me energized.
Okay, hold up. Your first drink of the day is G Fuel? Are you insane? That's really how you're starting your morning. I mean, props to him for making his bed, but that G Fuel, I don't know about all that.
Then I brush my teeth and take a shower, and most mornings I'll shave my face. I always try to make myself some kind of breakfast, and even though eggs are pretty gross, they give me the fuel I need to edit my videos throughout the day.
The way you phrase that shit gives me the fuel I need to edit my videos throughout the day. You know, I need a large amount of fuel to be able to complete this insane task. Like, listen, I know that editing videos can be draining, but it gives me the energy. Shut the fuck. Alright, so we already saw his morning routine. I'm curious about his nightly routine. Look, there's a lot I can learn from this individual right here. This one young man.
Nightly routine of a small content creator. Let's get myself out right in it. So I usually walk to the gas station to go to the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, your digestive system is just screaming. Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was working at 9 to 5, and I would wait. Y'all gonna call me crazy, but I woke up every single day at around 6, 7 a.m. And my first meal of the day would be beef jerky and Monster Energy. I'm not even kidding. Looking back at it now, it's kind of funny because I remember asking myself, oh, why does my stomach hurt all the time? Not realizing that I was doing all that trash in my body every single morning. Listen, I do have a sweet taste for like energy drinks. For some reason, I wish I didn't. And really, I've quit drinking energy drinks because they just don't do it. So that's crazy. And then it starts in the morning off with G Fuel and ends it with Mountain Dew, I think you said. I did not like you, brother.
Usually exhausted when I get home, since it's at the end of my day.
I don't know if
to stay busy throughout my day, so this is around the time I usually brush my teeth, shower, and watch the YouTube.
I'm gonna lie, Jeff, to keep it all the way 100. This daily routine sounds depressing as fuck. Listen, Jeff, I'm a content creator, so I know how the whole game goes. Daily routine with being able to upload videos or stream videos every day. This dude seems like all he does is just stays at his desk all day. And I remember back when I used to do that, sort of scheduling my days to where I have to sit down. And a year ago, where I started hitting the gym a year ago, I started eating healthier, I started taking walks more, I started playing tennis more, I started playing basketball more. You know what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't want to be drinking Red Bull and cheap fuel all the time. He hasn't mentioned water once. Where's the water? Also, an energy drink before bed? What? Listen, bro, just listen close. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. G Fuel is better than Red Bull. Actually, I don't know about all that. Have you ever considered trying to drink water, trying to eat healthy, and do it consistently? I know maybe on the first day you'll be like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like how it tastes. I'm not saying choose things you don't like, but G Fuel, my dog, no. That was an advertised product like Keemstar and a bunch of other people in 2016 and a bunch of gamers. Like, you really think a bunch of gamers are gonna make a product that gives you good energy? I hate to say it too, you know, I'm sure maybe it gives you a little bit of energy. They make protein shakes. What I've seen on Red Bull time was very good.
Content creation is harder than your
There's his chat. I think we get here. So obviously I don't have to break that down, but I feel like I should, just to paint the picture better for y'all, that this is so wrong. I worked 4 9 to 5 for my entire life. My first job was working at Sky Zone, and that was actually a really cool job. Second job was working at a restaurant as a busser and an expo, and then my third job was working as a server. And then my fourth and most recent job that I held was working in a warehouse, moving boxes in the back, selling countertops, selling cabinets to people. Big things too. I had to move these all the way to the back of the warehouse, just while carrying shit, just pulling stuff in a dolly, talking to refrigerators. I was having to work, and then once my YouTube channel popped off, I didn't have to work there anymore. I quit. I put in my 2-day notice. It's supposed to be a 2-week notice, but I was just like, I'm out of here. And I'm not gonna lie, this job is the easiest thing I've ever done. That's also the most rewarding. I'm just gonna give it all the way a stack with y'all. I make so much money off of this, and obviously it's only because of you guys tuning in. I recognize that. All I'm doing is just putting gameplay on the screen and talking about random things I see on the internet. Like, I know this dude is not saying this is harder than a 9 to 5. I can sit here and complain all the time, like, oh, I'm getting kind of stressed out by this, but I always have to bring myself back into reality and be like, holy shit, bro, are you seriously complaining about this? You're really complaining about your dream job? Nah, you can kind of tell this dude's never worked a job in his life, and if he did, it was a very easy job. To further prove my point, I remember when I was able to make YouTube my full-time job, I started crying, dog. I straight up started hysterically crying because it's such a blessing, and the fact that this dude doesn't understand that, it hasn't even clicked in his brain yet that this is such a blessing to have, and maybe he's just having too much like technology overstimulation, and he just needs to go the fuck outside. I mean, bro, all you do is drink Red Bull, all you do is sip G Fuel or whatever you do. I don't know what you do. Set blocks in your schedule to make yourself happier. Because looking at your eyes right now, I know you'll have depressed. Looking at your room too.
being constantly creative with new video ideas, trying to make footage look good, getting new shots, taking many takes over and over. It gets me a lot.
That's not because the job itself is hard. You're just overthinking it. I remember when I used to do the same thing. I would take my takes like, here's an example. All right, how's it going, everybody? Until I just started realizing that I'm overcomplicating this shit. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well today. It's simple. You're just overthinking it. You want to seek approval or play the algorithm game. I don't know what your motive is, but bro, just be you. That is not the job's problem. That is your problem. Back when I was starting my videos out in like 2019, and I would talk like this every single video. I would talk like a radio announcer, and I would just stress myself out because it just wasn't me, bro. I was trying to seek approval or try to play the algorithm game. I was trying to be funny. Just be you, bro. That's how you really win in this shit. For those who are listening to this still, I feel like we can have a soul to soul if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time. I have evolved so much as a human since then. I stopped caring so much about what I say and what I shouldn't say. If this is too corny or if this is too black or if people are going to think I'm weird for that, I'd rather let people think I'm weird for it. Because guess what? I'm working with me. I'm not working with a mass of me.
live. It makes me happy, so I don't see why there's anything wrong with that.
Now, I know y'all can smell that coke from a mile away. Look at his face when he says that. Oh, I love how I live. You're not really expressing it. You're making tons of TikTok videos, coping basically about how quote-unquote hard your life is and how much goes into being a small streamer. Like, bro, no, there's not really shit that goes into it compared to most people that live on this earth. Most people are out here working their jobs, doing more things that you have to do on a daily basis, and they get 10 times less benefit than you, bro. Think about that. I don't believe this dude loves his life. I mean, sure, he might like it because of all the benefits he gets, but he doesn't love it. You can tell. And the reason why I'm so, crazy about this right now, I'm really fired up about this because I low-key kind of want to help him in a way. I hope he's watching this video. It's almost like he's living half of his life. He doesn't understand that there's another side to this that you can actually tap into to make you want to enjoy this stuff. And shit, it'll probably coincide with being able to pop off as a streamer. Once you have good energy in your streams, people mess with you more. They laugh at your streams. They smile at your streams. Bro, I have not detected a single emotion out of any of these videos yet, other than just depression.
I made some cheat codes because I desperately needed to organize, so the shit continued.
Alright, by this point, it's like, who the fuck raised this? Do you need energy to clean your room? That's his way of saying I'm depressed and I need a substance to be able to have enough energy to clean my room. That is the definition of depression. I can go do groceries by myself without all that stuff. I can clean my room. I can make my bed. I can shower without all this stuff. Like, what is he talking about? Are y'all kind of confused by this too? Okay, totally drained at the end of your day. When you started it off by drinking G Fuel, making your bed, and cleaning your room that you needed G Fuel to help you with, then you work on videos, and then organize again, I think he said, and you're tired by the end of your day. Brother, you need to restructure your entire life. Sorry, I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Maybe there's some of you guys that actually think that this stuff is super, super hard and to degree if you're someone who likes this beast. You have a bunch of people pulling under you. You got a whole operation going. Yes, that is when it becomes like, oh shit, this is super demanding. But this is just a video game. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. And if you want to see more videos of mine, I got them on the screen for you right now. And yeah, y'all stay blessed. Have a good day.
Last ned appen og få gratis levering på dine 10 første bestillinger på Fodora. Hvorfor vil jeg med lommepenger for å hjelpe med det forsikringsgreiene? Men har du klart det helt fint selv? Det tar 2 sekunder, liksom.
Hva vil du til?
Ja, hvorfor? Det jo supereasy. Frende. Slik det burde være.
This has to be one of the best fights in One Punch Man, period. During the Monster Association arc, Super Alloy Darkshine stumbles across a feral Garo. Garo immediately throws a flurry of attacks that Darkshine easily tanks and responds by hitting Garo through several walls. He tries another surprise attack, but Darkshine punches him so hard that it wakes Garo up, revealing that he was fighting in his sleep the entire time. In their next clash, Garo manages to hit Darkshine to the ground, but he seems undamaged by this and responds by tackling Garo so hard that he literally breaks every rib in his body and sends him smashing through the underground base. Eventually, Garo continues to fight to the point that he adapts to Darkshine's fighting ability and begins to overwhelm him, which makes Darkshine have a complete mental breakdown over the thought of losing. Garo goes in for a finishing blow but resists, and this is when he goes through his long-awaited monster transformation. Let me know in the comments below which...
Every brother should have a cup of Starbucks in their hand. You hold it, brother. Hold that. Look how safe he looks. Give it to the other brother. Look how safe he looks. Look at that. Give it to the other brother. Look, he looks like a thug, but that fucking latte, look how safe he looks. So, brothers, get yourself a latte. Because when you do your lips like this, the cops leave you the fuck alone. I'm sorry, officer. Was I aggressive? Every brother should have a coat.
I'm about to ask people a very important question.
Holy God.
Can I see if you're subscribed to me on YouTube?
I know I've watched some of your videos.
Ooh, he is not subscribed. Hey, how's it going? Can I see if you're subscribed to me on YouTube?
Yes, please.
This is the world's largest Nerf gun. This is a normal Nerf gun. And for the past year, I've been making good use of my time by working on this, the world's smallest Nerf gun, where you can actually cock it back and fire a dart. And while this is now the current world's smallest Nerf gun, our smallest Nerf gun, where you can actually cock it back and fire a dart. And while this is now the current world's smallest Nerf gun, our goal for today is to break that record not once, not twice, but 3 times, shrinking it by a factor of 10 each time we move down. And if my math's correct, that means by the time we get here, you'll be able to fit 5 of them across the width of a single human hair. But before we can start breaking all these records, we need to talk about the first major problem we encountered just to get here. And it relates to the fundamental way a Nerf gun works. Because when you pull the gray cocking mechanism back, it brings this spring-loaded piston with it all the way back until it hooks in with this catch mechanism. Now we're loaded and ready to fire. So now when you pull the spring-loaded trigger back, it forces the catch mechanism back down. This is the piston plunger, which moves these springs forward, forcing all the air in the chamber out. And since the lightweight foam dart just happens to be in the way, it goes along for the ride. And if you actually take one apart, you'll find it's made from 87 parts, 13 springs, and 6 hinges. And so the first problem you face if you're trying to shrink that down to human hair scale is it would be impossible to assemble those tiny mechanical springs and hinges. So left us with the incredible challenge of trying to make our entire tiny functional Nerf gun out of only one single part with no springs. And as it turns out, there's only one place in the world that leads the research in creating really tiny bendable machines from a single part, and it also just happens to be where I got my undergrad degree in mechanical engineering, which meant it was time for me to head back to my alma mater, BYU, to visit some old friends, starting with one of my favorite professors, Dr. Al. Good to see you, Dr. Al. I'm trying to remember what grade I got.
I looked it up this morning.
I'm guessing that it might be.
If I disclose that, then
A violation of federal privacy. He teaches much better than he probably is.
and who would have known that the private energetic students labs
Not me. And I say that with confidence because he was also able to locate my student ID. And the only thing more aggressive than those eyebrows was the decision to rock the double shell necklace picture. First off was to finally meet in person with a group of BYU students I've been working pretty closely with on this project for about a year. So today was all about a final meetup to see if this was a mission accomplished situation for us. And Jacob, who led the student team, summarized the second major issue we faced here.
The physics of scaling down is huge. Friction and surface forces are multiplied exponentially.
Besides the difficulty of assembly I mentioned before, this was the second reason we needed to be made out more part, to eliminate the exponential friction forces between moving parts.
Hello.
Hey, Rose. What's up?
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. So well.
Ska man gå och äta tränarna?
Ja, jeg må ha en leksaks. Hadde du finne laderen til klokka mi, og klokka mi setter den på lading? Men jeg kjørte nøyaktig hvor den ligger, men...
Jag kan pröva.
I det.
I can try.
Men jeg snakkes da, Svennesson.
Säg det, Rose. Nej.
Men 3-4-ish.
Okej.
4. I det?
Ja.
Takk da. Ha det.
Nej.
Tiny scales. Our plan was to come up with a template design that was full size, and if that worked, we would just keep scaling that exact shape down. But what should that look like? For example, how do you even store energy to fire a dart before the chemical spring? Well, here was the perfect problem. see the clever way the springs were replaced with a few new parts that stored energy by being flexible. In engineering, we call that a compliant mechanism, and I happen to know the world's foremost experts in that field. This is the book on compliant mechanisms.
Oh, I think so. I'd be fine.
And he's as humble as he is biased, because this is hands down the #1 cited book in this field.
A regular mechanism is going to have rich blades, and something like hinges are going to make it move something like this.
And this is a very common type of mechanism called forward linkage. Dr. Howe explained that you can make that out of one part.
You get a motion from something that then flexes.
And this is a great demo because if you overlay them on top of each other, you can see the resulting motion is totally identical.
And that is compliant, it is flexible, and that is a compliant mechanism.
And as Dr. Howell went on to explain, the compliant mechanism version offers 6 advantages. Number 1, it's fewer parts. In this case, 8 versus 1. Number 2, lower cost. There's no labor for assembly. The whole thing can be made in one process, like 3D printing in this case. 3, it's more precise. It always returns back to the exact same spot, and there's no spot between different parts, like the hole in the hinge. 4, lower weight. This is crucial for space apps. 5, no friction between parts. That means no wear communication. And finally, number 6, you got built-in springs. Every material has built-in springs, so the shape we choose, we can take advantage of. He then proceeded to show me some other mind-bending examples of compliant mechanisms, like this single-part light switch, or this single piece of metal bending in ways it feels metal shouldn't be allowed to bend, or this single sheet of plastic cut in such a way where it's really flexible in one direction, but really stiff and unbendable in the other. They've commercialized some compliant mechanisms like this one-piece windshield wiper for surgical cameras, so doctors can use one hand and clean the lens like this, instead of constantly pulling it out and doing this. And they've even done some work for NASA, where you can get a thruster to point in any direction using a single titanium structure that bends and just 2 motor inputs. And so back to our Nerf gun, after many, many more prototypes, investigating countless different ways to store the energy, we landed at 3 final cannon designs, all of which achieved our primary design objective.
It's just all printed in one part.
The first design was a zigzag. It looked really cool, but the flexures didn't store that much energy per deflection because they're just in bending. The second design was a fishbone, and it was better at storing energy using a combination of compression and bending, but the bending ribs weren't very long, and longer ribs will lead to more power. As for the third and final design, Jacob accommodated longer ribs by offsetting the backbone, so to speak. And this ended up being the most optimal design. And if we swap out the plastic with metallic alloy, it can store more energy for the same deflection, which means it can fire a dart even more powerful than an ordinary pneumatic Nerf gun. Plus, it's now that we settled on our temple design, darn it, that was almost cool. It was time to set our first world record by shrinking this template down 10 times.
So this is 3D printed using
And what's cool about this relatively new process of 3D microprinting is that you can achieve orders of magnitude finer resolution than your typical PLA printer at home, which is why I was so stoked to finally try and fire for the first time.
So this is actually a little 3D balloon.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you can like put it right there in the chamber? No way. Okay, ready? When you cock it back, you see the flexures are in fact bending, storing the energy just like at the full scale template. That's satisfying. Okay, loading. Okay, here you go.
Trees.
Thank you for saving us.
We should build a home to protect ourselves from the extreme weather. I'll do some corn to make sure we have enough food in space.
I'll build a stronger and cozier house to keep us safe.
I'll build a fence for the animals and feed them more food so they'll produce offspring fast.
We finally managed to survive. I'm sure more people will do what we did. Crossplay, now available.
was amazing. Your fire started around 3 feet, which is really interesting because that's also a factor that scaled down from how far a normal Nerf gun fires. All right, Bethany, only appropriate. We have a Nerf blaster accuracy contest. It's a penny out here. Closest to the penny win. Are you ready? 3, 2. Oh man, mine went so far. While mine did shoot further, Bethany was closer to the pin.
Hello everyone, this is your daily news. When my subscribers saw this weird thing in the ocean.
Jo.
Du hade ju lite diskotek på idag, sant?
Ja.
Tänkte jag, det kunde ju gått på Satura ikväll då. Eller, vad tänker du?
Det frister väl, ja.
Ja, jag skulle nog tog sushi på jobbet. Men då blev det sån Satura.
Namn.
Jag var med dig väl på. Det är ju liksom mad price idag. Men vi ska ta vatten och dricka för.
Ja, jeg tok kyllinger på 10, ja.
Du har gjort det? Vi kan jo tenke litt på det.
Ja.
Jeg blir det litt dumt. Det blir jo kanskje litt dyrt. Kanskje, vi kan jo kanskje... Vi kan jo egentlig spare det til en annen gång.
Skal vi gjøre det?
Kommer det? Eller?
Ja, vi kan gjøre det.
Tenker du det? Har vi løk i kjøleskapet?
Hæ?
Har vi løk i kjøleskapet?
Vent litt da.
Og har vi bønner?
Bønner, vi kjøpte ganske mye. Så tar du bønner i kjøleskapet.
Vi tar det den der ute blå.
Hva har løk her?
Løk? Paprika har vi. Jeg har så lyst på noe pastasalat nypress til jobben neste uke.
Ok.
Ja. Pasta meal. Og så skal jeg lage noe grønn jus jeg kan ha.
Pastasalat meal prep.
Ja. Og ellers så handler jeg bare masse mat i kantinen til jobben der. Det er sånn, jeg vet at jeg har pizzabolle i kantinen der, og det blir så bra. Pizzabolle, kyllingbolle, sånne ting som jeg synes er ekstra bra.
Har du spist en del, eller? Har du spist en del nå?
Jeg spiste sjokolade 2 og 4 dager. Jeg har kjøpt meg det. Men ja.
Hvor langt er jeg unna?
Hæ?
Hvor langt unna?
Nå er jeg rett fra bunnfisseldekk. Så jeg er rett fra søndagsbutikken. Men det er en sted som jeg har, kanskje jeg heller ikke sett det. Så heller jeg da, jeg synes ikke det. Men da gjør vi det da.
Ja.
Det var best da, nå er det noe. For jeg tenkte, jeg gidder ikke gå og handle den der hesten siden, så jeg kom til å være litt dyr, siden vi ikke handler på Kiwi. Men jeg tenkte at det blir enda dyrere hvis vi skal gå ut og ete.
Ja, det blir det.
Så jeg brukte sist år, så brukte 6 kroner, gjorde jeg ikke?
600, tror jeg.
Og da er den 3... Den skituren jeg var på med fysioterapeut,
Ja.
skal være en ny sånn tur nå. Men jeg regner på det, og jeg kommer til å si betale rett under 4 000 for alt totalt det. Men så var jeg sånn, jeg føler ikke helt det er verdt det. Det skal ikke bli med i år.
Du har ikke lyst?
Nei, det var ikke... Det var kjekt, men det var ikke så kjekt. Det er ikke sånn, det er kjekt at jeg har gjort. Og jeg tenkte sånn, da kan jeg for det pengene så får jeg vekk det jeg kan dra på en weekendferie en gang fast, liksom.
Ja.
Siden i kvart, det var egentlig opp han bor i lag med en fra Polen, samboer med en fra Polen. Så jeg fløy tur Polen for 500 kroner.
Oi.
Og da kunne jo vi gjort det, for det er billigere å sove på hotell det. Så tjener faktisk på det.
Faktisk.
Og billigere mat og alt.
Det er
Så
sykt.
var det den der kommer. Og da tenkte jeg sånn, uansett om jeg gjør det eller ikke, så er det sånn, det er 4 000 kroner jeg kan bruke på legge en ferie, for eksempel. Så hvis jeg skal bruke 10 000 på ferie neste år, sant?
Ja.
Så sparer jeg det på 4 000, så da blir det på 6 000. Jeg tror jeg gjør det. Fordi 4 000 på to dager i Oppdal, liksom.
Det er litt psycho.
Ja. Men da har jeg regnet med sånn, vi må jo leie slalomskittet, og så ski koster 500 kroner. Utleie slalomski koster sikkert minst 500. Skal du seg på sin mer. Skal betale det.
Hei.
Jeg skal betale det for lege. Jeg skal ta det til hverandre sånn siste. Og altså det er så masse ting. Jeg kan lese helt stort autograf.